Hi there folks, today I'm going to do an unboxing and I'm going to share some thoughts and show you this new knife I've got. Now I paid $32.98, that is with delivery and taxes and all that kind of stuff. Now I got this from Silverman's Limited. Now this is the Sheffield Swiss Army knife base. No, it's the Sheffield Army knife, so it's got the one with, I'll show you. So here's how it came, and there it is, the genuine British Army knife, stainless steel, made in Sheffield, England. So this is how it came, and this is basically what got my receipt. Nothing else, and this nice little bag. So let's take a look. So, the genuine British Army knife. Now these are no longer issued. This is a new one, so it's not stamped. So first of all, I shall weigh it. And hopefully, it's 134 grams. So it's quite a chunky piece of steel, really. I would describe it as being industrial. So let's do some measurements. First of all, obviously because it's for the UK, I'm going to do the blade and cutting surface. So the whole blade is 72 millimeters, so 7.2 centimeters, which is roughly 2 3/4 inches. The actual cutting surface is 60 mil, so it's way in the legal limit, because the law says cutting surface in the UK. So you should not need a good reason unless you're in a licensed premises or something naughty like that, and then you'll be in trouble regardless. So please make sure you check your local knife laws. So right, let's check how sharp it is. Touch test, I can say it's sharp. So let's see if it's hair shaving sharp. No, it's not hair shaving sharp, but a few strops and this will be hair shaving sharp. It's made out of stainless steel, and it's got a lovely rounded over sheepfoot style blade. So as you can see, there's not much chance of this being stabby, so it's very unthreatening, which matters a lot for the UK. But I will say, I'm going to quickly compare it to a Swiss Army knife blade, so everyone can get a good idea. So as you've already seen it, this is my 3D printed scales Huntsman. Now let's compare them. So I'll first of all compare them on the table. So, it is substantially fatter, meatier, and more of a work knife. The length is very similar, but it is substantially more heavy duty. This would do for everything if you've got it in your pocket. So let's take a look at a few more things. Let's have a look at the spike, the marlin spike I believe it's called. Now this is used for knot tying, a rigger spike I believe its name is. So basically, if you've got no thumbnails and stuff like that, quite easily I can undo this knot. I'm not going to because I don't want to, but that's its purpose, for getting under knots. It's for rigging and stuff like that. The standard British Army knife probably would not have that. You can get it without this. I got it from Silverman's Limited. This was the cheapest price that I believed. I believe this is 100% genuine. Now people make comments like, oh, it's not got the stamp and things like that, so it's not genuine. That isn't true. It's because they are no longer issued. The only knife that the army give now is a bayonet basically, and that's not even a knife, is it? So that's the easiest way to get to this. It's a bit stiff, it needs oiling up. I'm gonna have to be careful here because I don't want to cut myself with it. God, it is hard. My gosh. Right, so I got this out, but safe to say, what I need to do is when you get these problems with any Swiss Army knife or any slip joint like this, basically it will be awkward and machining material in here. It'd be a bit of champh, leftover debris. So basically you'd wash this in soapy water, fairy liquid or something like that, and then you'd re-lubricate it. I personally opt for GTF 85 because it puts a PTFE seal on it, so there's basically little or no chance of it rusting. So this can be used as a bottle opener and a tin opener. Now my only criticism of this is blunt. Now if you want to be going through a tin, it would be ideal to make this sharper. It's not a problem, it's not hard to do. All you need to do is what I would do is get a non-coarse file, gently go over it, and then move to sandpaper on a sand block and just go over it gently down here with a piece of wood with sandpaper wrapped around it. Then you'll be able to get more of an edge on it. As you can see, it's mirror polished. You can see me in the camera. The sharpness is perfect, I think, really. So really, my overall thoughts and opinions on this is this could be an EDC for everything. It really is industrial. I mean, you could tell from the weight previously. It's pretty bomb-proof. I can see why they would have issued this back then. This is more of a pry bar and flathead. Obviously, it's got the clasp for clipping onto gear, or you could put a lanyard on it. But all in all, I think if you're a collector, this is a must-have. But I will say, this would make a good UK EDC because it's very non-threatening. Obviously, it can't stab because of its blade shape. Not that I would want to do that anyway. My final test is what I always like to include in my knife videos, is with any slip joint, I want to push it shut and see if it closes on my hands. Now that sounds a bit stupid. As you can see, it has got dirt on it. It just needs a little clean. But here's what I like to test. If I'm going to close it on my hand, so right, I've closed it on my hand, and it's not closing on my hand. This is good, because it doesn't have a choil. So what I always like to do is to check it isn't going to close onto my finger, because I don't want surgery. So basically it's nail nick opening, and it does have a sharpening choil just here, which is a lovely touch. So basically, why would you want that? It's to stop you chipping your stones. So I don't use water stones personally, but if you have water stones, they're not cheap. You don't want to chip the edges. Also, I use the Lansky system. Now this is good because it will stop me chipping the corner of the stones on my Lansky as well. Basically all that does is sweep across. So my overall thoughts, this definitely would make a great EDC for camping. Or just EDC basically. It's very non-threatening. You shouldn't get into no bother for this, so long as you're obeying the law. So, for more videos, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and goodbye.